Genesis 26, and it is titled Yahuwah's First Promise to Isaac, or Yitzhak. Also, there's an interest here for me is that there is these wells that were found and named, and it's really interesting. Let me read. There was a famine in the land, in addition to the earlier one in Abraham's time. So Isaac went to King Abimelech of the Philippines in Gerar. Yahuwah appeared to Isaac and said, "Don't go to Egypt, or Misraim, or Mitzyor in Arabic." Notices Im, Misraim, because there was two Egypts, and that's interesting too. He says, "Don't go to Egypt. Stay where I tell you. Live here in this land for a while, and I will be with you and bless you. I will give you these lands to you and your descendants. I will keep the oath that I swore to your father Abraham. I will make your descendants as numerous as the stars in the sky, and give all these lands to your descendants. Through your descendants, all the nations of the earth will be blessed." Notice, all the nations of the earth will be blessed. "I will bless you because Abraham obeyed me and completed the duties, commandments, laws, and instructions I gave him." So Isaac lived in Gerar. Now, this is titled Isaac and Rebekah at Gerar. The men of the place asked about his wife. Isaac answered, "She's my sister." Remember when his father did the same thing? He was afraid to say "my wife." He thought that the men at the place would kill him to get Rebekah because she was a very attractive woman. When he had been there a long time, King Abimelech of the Philistines looked out the window and saw Isaac caressing his wife Rebekah. Amalek called for Isaac and said, "So she's really your wife? How could you say she's my sister?" Isaac answered him, just as his father did, "I thought I would be killed because of her." Then Amalek said, "What have you done to us?" One of the people might have easily gone to bed with your wife, and then we'd all be guilty of sin. So Amalek ordered his people, "Anyone touches this man or his wife will be put to death." Isaac planted crops in that land. In that same year, he harvested hundreds times as much as he planted because Yahuwah has blessed him. He continued to be successful, becoming very rich. Because he owned so many flocks, herds, and servants, the Philippines became jealous of him. So the Philippines filled in all the wells that his father's servants had dug during father's Abraham's life. Now finally Amalek said to Isaac, "Go from us. You become more powerful than we are." So Isaac moved away and set up his tents in the Gerar Valley and lived there. Now here's where it gets interesting. He dug out the wells that had been dug during his father Abraham's lifetime. The Philippines had filled them in after Abraham's death. He gave them the same names that his father had given them. Isaac's servants dug in the valley and found a spring-filled well. The herders of Gerar quarreled with Isaac's herders, claiming, "This water is ours." So Isaac named that well Esech, which means argument, because they had argued with him. Then they dug another well, and they quarreled over that one too. So Isaac named that one Sitnah, which means accusation. He moved on from there and dug another well, They didn't quarrel over this one, so he named it Rehoboth, which means roomy, and said, now Yahuwah has made room for us, and we will prosper in this land. Very interesting. Um, Yahuwah's second promise to Isaac, I'll just continue. He went from there to Beersheba. That night Yahuwah appeared to Isaac and said, I am the Elohim of your father Abraham. Do not be afraid, because I am with you. I will bless you and increase your numbers of your descendants for my servant Abraham's sake. So Isaac built an altar there and worshipped Yahuwah. He also pitched his tent in that place, and his servants dug a well there. So it's very interesting about these wells that were dug all over and have names. And then if we fast forward in Yeshua, that well that he came in the northern kingdom of Yisrael, he would have, and he asked that lady that was sitting there with the many wives, many husbands, had said that this is a well that our father, Abraham, Isaac and Yaakov had dug, and I just thought that was interesting.